Hi there Scorpio, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive reading for November 23rd through to the 29th. Scorpio, let's see what's on the cards. I'll be getting started with the Work Your Light Oracle, then drawing you an overarching tarot card from the Moonchild Tarot, and then getting out the tarot story with the Rider-Waite and clarifying with the Radiant Rider today. So let's see what your Oracle card is. Scorpio, stop. I have got Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And I had this just for one of the other signs. I think it may have been Pisces. And this is a real indicator that, when we might be feeling a little bit triggered or maybe even irritated by somebody else, it is also a sign for us to look within ourselves. How have we not integrated that trigger for ourselves? What do we need to, change or modify or work on within ourselves? Because sometimes we do project onto others. Other times, feeling triggered or reactive to something may just mean it's past its use by date. It's not in alignment for you or with you, and it might be time for you to move in a slightly different direction. So it's to be paid attention to. So you might find yourself feeling triggered by a situation, maybe by your partner, maybe by somebody in the workplace. We will see which way this one goes. Now, I've got two energies here. I have got the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. Okay, this is your overarching tarot, and you may know that the 9 of Swords really is that energy of being all up in the head, overthinking, overanalyzing about, that mirror, being, triggered, being reactive, and sometimes it can kind of flip over into feeling, a bit anxious or sometimes even depressed. You go to sleep at night and that's the first thing that's on your mind. Now, it's come in with the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles can be about something completing in the financial sector. It could be around an investment for some of you. It could be triggered about money. It could be about, completion on the home front, needing to move, or even a relationship coming to terms. So we'll see how this figures out. When these energies come in, we've got a 9, which is almost a 10, almost an ending, and we've got a 10 here. So the kind of message that's coming through is we need to look at something in terms of a completion in order to maybe move into a place where things are a little smoother in terms of our mental health, releasing that stress. Let's go to the tarot now to get the rest of the story out. Beginning, Scorpio, with the energy of the recent past, leaving, completing, transitioning. Yes. Bringing it to completion. This is the final call. I have Judgment from the Major Arcana. Getting the current or focus energy out for you, Scorpio, now. Four of Pentacles, yeah. There can be the need to want to hold on because it's become the comfort zone. There can be fear associated with bringing change and completion and closure to a situation. I'm going for the outcome, 3 of Wands. There is a fresh new start, a new journey. You're not going to look back from this. The Hermit, yeah, there's going to be some healing, reflecting that may need to happen though as well. Let's grab the clarifiers from the Radiant Rider, my new deck here, which is so nice and smooth to shuffle. I am just loving it. I have got the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands here that is clarifying Judgment for you. Clarify King of Wands. I also saw the Wheel of Fortune there, but look at all the Wands energy. I feel like the situation has really impacted your personal power and energy. That's what the Wands really are. And with all this Wands energy, you are really being asked to take inspired action to move this along, move the situation along. Let's get the clarifier for the 3 of Wands, Scorpio. There's the 10 of Pentacles again. Interesting, but I feel like this is maybe, this is the foreshadowing over here of saying that we can achieve that ultimate stability that we're looking for, but there's some kind of stressful situation in the way. Here goes the 9 of Cups. So we've got double 9s, Over here, you know, 9 and 9 is an angel number for you. You know, this is really about seeking your fulfillment and moving away from what doesn't fulfill. So the 9 of Swords here is saying there has been some stress around a situation. This is a general reading, guys, so they are quite broad. You will need to actually, you know, link it to your own situation. Let's start here with the 7 of Wands. You know, the 7 of Wands is really that feeling of pushing uphill, swimming against the current. What situation in your life has been feeling like this so much that it's actually starting to stress you out, maybe even cause you, you know, those mental health issues? It can be, there's scales to it, guys. It can be just feeling a little bit anxious, or it can be overwhelming as well. So we must bring change to these situations to get ourselves back into a place of balance. The 7 of Wands can be a competitive energy. You know, you could have been really competing in the workplace with something, or, you know, you always feel like you've got a boss, manager, mentor coming up at you and you're like, you know what, this is the last call, I've had it. We can say the same about our relationships, constantly challenging, constantly, you know, niggling and fighting and all of that kind of thing. But in this energy here, you have the higher ground, and that beautiful, calm, expansive, you know, green pasture is just behind you. It's only one good decision away, because we have the Judgment card here. And if you know about the Judgment energy, it is the card that comes before the World in the Major Arcana, and the World is one of the biggest cards of karmic and cyclic completion. We're just the step before that, which asks you, you know, is this the last call in this relationship, this job, this home, whatever it is for you, this investment? Or, you know, are you going to move this across to grand completion and really start new, start walking a new path here? And if you can see in that Judgment energy, sorry, my camera doesn't auto-focus, Scorpio, you know, these people are launching out and liberating themselves from these small, dark spaces. And I always say that it is the devil energy inside of those, which is the limiting energy that keeps us small and keeps us in fear. So, you know, what area of your life, or how is this situation, you know, impacting you in that way? This is the divine wake-up call. It's time for you to address this situation, because, you know, Spirit or Source wants you to be in this energy here. 9 of Cups wants you to bring the change to your life in order to move towards your wishes. You know, the 8 of Wands really says that maybe there is divine intervention at play this week. There could be some kind of change coming in. The 8 of Wands can be a message. It's usually like through the airwaves, you know, a message that comes in that could deliver you good news. And it might be, okay, it's something to do with completing this situation, but ultimately it's good news because it's leading you to the 9 of Cups. This can also be travel or relocation, you know, in some way. It could even be, I am feeling like moving houses or something to do with property, with the 10 of Pentacles coming in with the 9 of Swords. Maybe some of you have been going through that situation, knowing that you had to move on soon due to a rent agreement, you know, ending, and there's been kind of stress over this. What do I do? Definitely feeling either that situation or work for some of you. So the 8 of Wands is about swift change and knowing that, you know, your life can actually do a 180 in a moment, and it could just be one message away. Now over here in the current or focus energy, I have the 4 of Wands the 4 of Pentacles and the King of Wands. King of Wands is the energy of Leo for me as a reader, and the 4 of Pentacles here can be the energy of playing small, right? We talked about that in the Judgment energy of, you know, holding yourself back or staying in a situation because of fear of the new, you know, fear of change. That can be the 4 of Pentacles, you know, staying in that comfort zone. But the King of Wands is saying to you, it's time to come out, be seen, step up. How do you need to change the situation? The King of Wands is a very visionary, entrepreneurial energy who wants you now to really see or discern the right opportunity or the right path to move on to. It's a very much a discerning energy of, okay, knowing exactly where to put your time and energy now to step onto the new path that's going to bring you success. So the King of Wands can help you with that. The King of Wands could also be a person in your life. Could be a Leo or a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius. But it can also stand for like a very entrepreneurial energy, a mentor, a boss, supervisor, father, father-in-law kind of figure, or husband. So it's saying that, you know, be bold, don't fear, have the strength and courage to overcome your own limitations, your own comfort zone, your own call to want to go back into the boxes and stay where you are, put the blinkers on and go, I'm not ready for change. Well, Spirit Source has another plan for you, a divine plan for you. So that's what I'm seeing here. Time to feel the fear and boldly move forward, because there are great things to be gained here. Now, Scorpio, look at this. Three of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. There is a new path opening up for you. So I feel like if you do bring judgment to this situation and say, okay, well, I'm finally letting this go. I am going to move beyond my fears, leave that relationship, leave that job, whatever it is for you. Very soon you're going to find yourself at, you know, that turning point where you have left the past behind. You won't look back. There's no regrets. But now it's like, okay, I am following the new opportunities, and already I can feel the ships on the horizon. I can feel those successes coming for me. And this is Source or Spirit saying, keep on going. Keep taking that inspired action with that Ace of Wands. Keep moving in that direction, because this is where you are heading. Ultimate security, solidity, potentially increase in your finances, finding that perfect home setting, maybe building a family for some of you. And maybe you have released one situation in order to get there. Or maybe, you know, another area of your life was very triggering for you. You've let that go and it's helping you move closer to this dream. So it's looking very, very positive here. That's the number 3. So it's the energy of, you know, creating and manifesting whatever dreams you have. Look what's under here now. Look. Now I have the 9 and 10 of Cups here. Wow. Yeah. Well, I was going to pull up the 9 of Cups, but hey, I'll pull up this one instead. So here in the final outcome, I have the Hermit, number 9. This is Virgo in the Major Arcana, and I have the 10 of Cups. So 9 could be significant for you. It could be 9 weeks, 9 months, where there's going to be a kind of, we can see the beginnings of success here, but maybe like a maturing or a delivering of that success. I'm not saying all the way to the 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles, but there could be a significant increase in that time frame. Now, the interesting thing about the Hermit is really saying that there could be some healing associated with the situation that we're letting go of, the judgment situation, before we can fully embrace the new path. The Hermit is about going within to reflect, to join the dots, to work through, to spiritually evolve, and to seek your own counsel about the path forward. And look, that's the star energy there. Scorpio, in that lantern, star has just appeared here as well. And the star energy is also about healing and rebirth and renewal. And the message is, the more that you work that process within yourself, the brighter that lantern burns for the Hermit. And so that path forward illuminates. At the moment, you might only be able to see those couple of steps in front of you. But just know that the more that you do that inner work, you know, that pathway will illuminate. And Spirit or Source is saying this is a fundamental step towards the 10 of Cups, which is that ultimate fulfillment. And you've been feeling it. You've been feeling it calling you from the past. Maybe that is why, you know, you ended up at this judgment point. So this is a live your best life reality for me. So Scorpio, you know, it's all a process. So we might be calling time on a situation that has caused you stress and has been triggering you for a while. That trigger has been the divine saying, you know what, this is getting under your skin because it's time for you to make a final judgment call here. Are you forgiving and forgetting and staying, or are you moving on and completing the situation? If you're staying, make sure you're not staying because you are in fear of leaving your comfort zone and moving on. It's time to be bold and fearless and move forward. because there are bigger and better things potentially waiting for you. Okay, Scorpio, well, I'm going to leave it there, and I do hope you enjoyed this weekly message. Do keep in mind that it's a general reading for the collective. Sometimes the whole thing resonates, sometimes pieces do, and sometimes it just doesn't at all, and that means it's not your reading this time. Feel free to drop me a comment. I do read them all and try to respond to as many as I can. It helps me get to know you guys, see what's going on in the collective, and connect with your energies. Scorpio, it's been a pleasure. I will see you next time. Bye for now.